white piece against Gukesh, and I decide to play the move e4. We get e5, knight f3, knight c6, and now I go for one of my childhood favorites, which is the Scotch opening with pawn to d4. Gukesh trades, and now he plays move knight f6. In the recent Grand Chess Tour event, I believe in Romania, Gukesh played the move bishop to c5 against the Frenchman Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, and he got crushed. As such, I was not super surprised to see Gukesh switch it up and play the move knight f6, but definitely I was a bit disappointed as I didn't have a great idea. So I go knight c3. We got bishop b4, takes, bishop d3, castles, d5, and now I take the pawn on d5. Now, I have played the Scotch 4 Knights with some success in recent years. I beat Fabiano Caruana in the Isle of Man in 2023 in a very, very critical game. That being said, if your opponent is ready for this setup, you usually don't get a lot of play. Now, here Gukesh plays the move bishop g4. This is considered to be the most forcing variation. After pawn takes pawn and a move like h3, the game goes on, but in general, black will have to find some resources. So we get bishop g4. I play f3, bishop h5, bishop g5, and now Gukesh takes the pawn on d5. Now, all of this has been seen in top-level play. As I mentioned in the confessional booth during the game, this position, which we reach in the game here after queen to e5 and queen d6, was played in the 2024 candidates where Gukesh was participating. Of course, he would eventually win the tournament, so I expected him to be familiar with this game between Nepo and Fabiano. So I go knight e7, king h8, queen to e2, and this is where Gukesh spends 30 minutes before playing the move rook a b8. Now, I suspect that Gukesh knew this position is completely equal, and he just sort of saw a ghost here. He thought that after the best move, bishop g6, which was played in the game between Fabiano and Nepo, that after takes in this position, Black's king maybe could be a little bit weak here. These pawns are a little bit soft. They're opposite color bishops here. Maybe white could be better. Computer doesn't think it's anything special after queen f6. But when Gukesh spent 30 minutes before playing this move rook a to b8, I knew that he was a little bit uncomfortable. So after rook b8, I go queen to e4, lining up the double A battery. If black were to take the rook, there's queen h7 checkmate, and it's GG, why not? Gukesh plays bishop g6. I take the bishop, and now Gukesh decides to play his move f takes g6. Now, this move is a huge mistake, and I'm going to be honest. When I saw this move at the board, I did not understand what on earth Gukesh was thinking. Now, what I think happened for Gukesh in this game is that he simply missed my idea regardless of how he captures a knight. If he were to capture the h-pawn, I'm going to go g3 and king g2 here with the idea of h4 and h5 to try and attack on the diagonal. But when Gukesh takes with the f-pawn, I think he just missed this g3 concept altogether, because once I trade the rooks and go g3, black is in all kinds of trouble, primarily because you cannot mobilize these pawns. If you ever push this one, you get mated. If you push this one, you hang the pawn, which means these pawns are frozen out of the game on the diagonal, and that also means that I have ideas like h4 and h5, just to give you guys a sample line, just setting up the position, where I attack the pawns here. Additionally, there are also threats with queen to e8 and an ice skater checkmate, as black can never create the lift for the king, as you would hang the pawn. So in general, this whole position after g3 is simply bad, and I spoke to my second, Chris Littlejohn, after the game, and he said that according to the computers, this is actually technically lost for black due to this very, very bad pawn structure on the king side. So, Gukesh plays move rook f8, I go king g2, we get bishop b6, and now I play the move h4, trying to play h5 and launching the assault on the king side. Gukesh plays queen c5, and now I play the move f4. Now, after I go f4, I've basically gotten rid of any potential weaknesses on the king side here. The pawns are very stable. I can look to play h5. I can look to play on the e file. But most importantly, this is a dream. There is no counterplay for black. It's one-way traffic. I can never lose the game. And all I'm going to do is enjoy the big time advantage, enjoy the moment, and try to put pressure on my young opponent. So, Gukesh plays the move queen f5, and this is where I spent a lot of time before playing the move queen